Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I thought I would do something a little bit different today and just film my process for making some ephemera with pressed flowers. So I did discover the microwave method to pressing flowers, which I kind of showed a little clip of me microwaving my flowers at the beginning of this video. If you're interested in trying this method, there's a really good video out there, and I will link it in the description box. I didn't really feel like I needed to remake that video because she did quite a good job doing it, so I'm just going to let her have that and I will tell you my experience with the microwave method. So honestly, she was putting brand new fresh flowers in the microwave and microwaving them and drying them, and maybe it just depends on the flower that you're using. But I found that my flowers that were really fresh, you know, I just like went out to the garden and picked them. Those flowers kind of came out a little bit glossy looking, and I didn't really care for that. I was kind of looking for a more authentic looking pressed flower. So then what I ended up trying was, I already had some pressed flowers in a book that I had been pressing for maybe about 4 or 5 days, and I put those in the microwave just to finish off the drying process. And then I also left some behind just to see what would happen to the flowers had I not put them in the microwave. And what I discovered was that many of the flowers turned out really, really nice, like authentic looking pressed flowers, and they were fully dry and the color was vibrant. And sometimes, like, if you leave flowers in a book for a really long time, they just start to brown and kind of look dull. So I think that the microwave method is good for flowers that have already begun to dry, that you just want to kind of finish up the process before they lose their color. And I think 4 or 5 days in a book and then putting them in the microwave is probably your best bet. So that's just my experience. You might find that some flowers work better if you just put them directly in the microwave. That was just not my experience. So just wanted to share that with you guys if you do want to try the microwave method, because it was awesome and I managed to get a ton of flowers dried in no time. It took me about maybe 3 minutes to dry the half-dried pressed flowers that I had. So yeah, definitely give it a shot and see what you can do. Play with it and experiment with it and just see, you know, what flowers work and what don't. I think the more vibrant flowers work better in the microwave. I don't have a great deal or a great selection. My mom is really the gardener. I'm not the gardener. So I went to her house and got a bunch of flowers just to experiment with. But yeah, so let me tell you what's going on right now. Like I said, I'm just making a bunch of ephemera that I'm planning on maybe selling on Etsy or something like that. I just have a ton of pressed flowers, or flowers that I had wanted to press, you know, and I just wanted to do something with them. So I'm using a ton of stuff right now, and I'm just going to kind of tell you what's going on with that. I already had a ton of dyes, and I wanted to use some of my dyes. I got all of this stuff, pretty much all of this stuff, on Amazon, and I'm linking everything that I've used in this video pretty much in the description box. And so right now, if you click on any of the links in my description box, I will get a small teeny weeny little commission from it, and it will just kind of go towards helping me make more quality content for this channel. So if you do decide that you want to get any of these dyes or any of this equipment from Amazon, then please use my links. It will help me greatly. But with that being said, yeah, I'm just kind of playing around with all sorts of different dyes, and so I have the die cutting machine listed in the description box below as well. And then I also got some pressed flowers from Amazon, which I'll be using in this video too. I like the pressed flowers from Amazon just because they're smaller than the pressed flowers that I have. We just like big flowers around here, so The teeny weeny flowers, I just don't have access to them. So yeah, it was really a good investment, and it's not that expensive. And then also, I just want to point out that that box that my distress ink is sitting in came from an Etsy shop called Creating with Scraps, and I will link her shop in the description box below. It is such a cute little a little holder for my distress ink, because I only use like one specific distress ink, but I think she has several different types of the little holders, if she still has them in her shop. If not, just keep a lookout for them, because they're super cute and actually reasonably priced. So yeah, I'm just kind of, I have no plan for like what I'm making. I just kind of go with what kind of dyes I already have, and I'm just playing around with them. So right now I am using alcohol ink. This is like a yellow alcohol ink, which I've listed in the description box as well. And I'm just going to run that over the plastic piece that I had cut out. And that just kind of makes it look a little bit more vintage. And I'm using washi tape to make sure that it doesn't shift around when I glue it down. So that's the secret. Don't tell anybody, but I use washi tape like to keep my dyes in place. If I'm trying to cut something at a specific spot on a tag or whatever, I just use a little bit of washi tape and stick the dye down, and then cut it out, and it cuts through the washi tape too, so that's not really a concern. And then if I want to make anything stay put, where, you know, like this plastic piece, I just put a little bit of washi tape in there, and then I'll just glue it in there. Like, nobody will ever see it, nobody will ever know. So yeah, that's just a little secret. And then I'm just gluing these pressed flowers down so they don't shift around when I actually close this little slide case thing up. And yeah, it's really, really cute already as it is. I can't believe I don't use my dyes more often. It's just like, it's a hassle to kind of like pull the die cutting machine out sometimes. So if you're going to get the die cutting machine, or if you already have one, I assume that you probably put it in a reasonable place where you can get to it easily. I didn't. I didn't think about that. I didn't think that far ahead. So I'm using one of these little Tim Holtz, like little chain link things. I don't know what they're called, but they're listed in the description box as well, if you're interested. I'm sure I'll have an actual name for them once this video comes out. And I just put that on the edge there. And then this little tag I got from a Whimsical Adventure, I believe. Her Etsy shop is really cool. She has tons and tons of digitals, so definitely check that out. So yeah, I'm just kind of going with whatever I have on hand already. And I'm showing you some of the pressed flower ephemera that I made, but I made tons more after this. I just didn't want this video to be 10,000 years long, so I just cut it down quite a bit. Honestly, I cut out a whole lot at the beginning of the video because I was like, this is so boring. Like, I didn't even want to watch myself doing it. So yeah, I was gonna tell you all this stuff prior to me starting to make stuff and just like let you watch me make and listen to music, but yeah, I just didn't like that. So I'm just gonna talk to you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I am a week shy of finishing school. I'm so done. I know it's been a while. You know, honestly, I've probably had more time to make videos, but I've just been kind of burnt out. So I took a little bit of a hiatus from YouTube, and hopefully I will get back into the groove of things soon. It's probably just from exhaustion. Like, it's like crunch time right now in school, and you know, they've got a week left, so they feel like they need to teach you everything else in the book for whatever reason. So hopefully we're getting, I mean, I know we're getting close to the end, so yeah. with this one, I actually decided to, instead of using the acetate, I'm going to use matte medium. And that was kind of cool. That ended up turning some of the flowers, like the green one on the top, ended up turning a little bit blue, which I think looks even better than it did originally. So yeah, that's a cool idea too, to stick things down. I just kind of went with it and was like, whatever happens, happens. This is my favorite quarter punch ever. It's just like easy and it never gets clogged up, and it's great. It's wonderful. It's linked in the description box as well. And I'm just putting a little bit of writing space along the edge of that film strip, that little film strip die cut. And yeah, just like some simple journaling cards or, you know, tags or something. It did take me quite a long time to make all of these things. I had like 2 hours of content to go through, which might have been why I procrastinated on this video for so long, because I was like, so much to edit. But hopefully you like it. Hopefully it's an okay video for you guys. So here are all the pieces that I made. This was over several days of working on pressed flower ephemera, but I'm really kind of happy about the way all of this turned out. They're all different, so it just kind of gives me a variety of things that I could either use or potentially sell on Etsy. I'm not really sure how I want to do this yet, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to show you really quick what happened to the resin pieces that I did at the beginning of the video. So these rectangular pieces, they turned out really nice. This was the first time I ever used the diamond glaze resin, so I'm actually liking it for these particular bezels. You can see through it. It's a little bit hazy, I guess. But that's just the nature of resin and doing it with flowers. So I think it turned out pretty good, nevertheless. But the other ones, the circular bezels, I don't know what happened. I think what I'm gonna have to do is maybe put like a piece of paper or something behind the flower on the circle bezels, because you just can't see the color of the flower anymore. I think they still look pretty cool. They look like maybe, especially like the biggest one, it looks kind of like faded out, like maybe it's, I don't know, it would be good on like a Halloween cover or something. But yeah, it looks like maybe the brighter flowers worked better, and the lighter flowers or the green flowers just didn't show up at all. So maybe I'll have to put some paper behind it or figure something out with that. But that was a little bit of a fail. But other than that, I think they all turned out really nice. So, yeah, like I said earlier, all of this stuff is on Amazon. Check out my links in the description box. And if you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments section. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.